A new PS5 patent suggests a backwards compatibility fix is on the way. Oh my God. We got to talk about this and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher 305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie. I almost forgot your name. Shit.
That's all right. I forget my name all the time.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm so old that my brain don't work good no more. Every morning I have to wake up and sing the happy birthday song to myself so that I remember my name.
Happy birthday to you. Willie, got it.
Yeah, okay. There you go. All right, I'm going to make you happy now.
Oh, okay, well.
All right.
Well, before you make me happy, I just need to let the audience know, if you're new to this channel, like, comment, subscribe, share this information, share it to everybody, do all the cool things, because we got a lot of things to talk about, and we do it 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and always a little something in between. So, all right, Willie, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
All right.
Me.
I know they say that you shouldn't laugh at other people's disadvantage.
Yeah.
But it's Logan Paul, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay.
All right. Remember the 3.5 million he spent on a shipping box that was supposed to be full of first edition Pokemon booster packs?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, it's a fraud.
Oh,
it's a scam.
Even better.
But
okay.
No, well, I mean, listen, he did it. He did it in the Logan Paul way, which is he made a video about it, so he monetized the fuck out of it. But
all right.
But not only were they not first edition, well, first he bought it on the pretense that he was the only person to own a shipping box that had a boxes of Pokemon base edition booster packs.
Okay.
There's other people that have it.
Oh,
then he was assured that it was legit, that it was authentic.
Okay.
But people have been saying no, it's not authentic, whatever. So he decides to make a video where he opens it up in front of the mind you, the guy who sold it to him is there with him because they're friends or something.
Oh shit. Okay.
The box was retaped. The shipping box was retaped. The boxes inside were obviously resealed.
Oh, that sucks.
And the packs themselves were obviously tampered with. And here is the best part. This is the part that's going to make you believe in God again if you forgot it.
Oh, no, go, please.
There weren't even Pokemon cards in there.
What was in it?
G.I. Joe cards.
So $3.5 million.
He spent $3.5 million on a bunch of G.I. Joe cards.
Life is good.
But you know what?
Life is
good. You know what?
Yeah.
Now he has knowledge.
Oh, he has all the knowledge.
He understands exactly how scams work. So I'm gonna have to tell you, I'm sorry, but play it.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah.
So good. It's so good.
I never thought I'd hear that and laugh.
No, I didn't think I was gonna laugh this hard as well. 3.5 million, and he has his boy there, the one that gave it to him. They're in the same room. I'm sorry, but yeah. I mean, talk about getting kicked in the nuts and accepting it.
I mean,
beautiful.
Truthfully, that's not news, but I wanted to share that with you.
I'm just happy about it. Thank God. Thank you, Willie, for bringing more joy to me today than anything. I mean, I'm just glad to be here, and I can't wait to share all this knowledge that we have today. Which let's get started, shall we, Willie?
Let's do it.
All right, let's talk about it. So, Horizon Forbidden West has reportedly leaked a month before release. Now, before this whole show started, we were talking about it, and you and I were talking about that. That's not good for something like that to be happening. Why is it not good? I mean, again, this game is going to come out February 18th. And they're leaking so much things about it already where I think it's not going to be a fun game after they get it.
Well, let's go over the details first.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, the game is supposed to come out next month, February 18th to be exact. But according to Video Games Chronicle, a PS4 build of the game has leaked.
Oof.
Now, it's not the complete game. There's some art that it's missing some art assets, and so it's not the definitive version. But if you remember back in the old days, X-Men Origins Wolverine, a work print of that movie was released.
I remember.
It wasn't complete. It was nowhere near complete, but it gave the movie a black eye before it came out, and got its proper black eye because the movie was garbage.
Yeah, it was.
Also, famously, Half-Life 2 code was released way too early after controversy because Half-Life 2 was taking so long to release.
Yeah.
Someone hacked into their servers and released the code that was available up to that time, up to that point. It's never a good thing for a game to come out, one, because you want everybody to be hyped up for the release day, especially people who pre-ordered.
Of course.
There's the danger of if the game doesn't look as awesome as they thought it was going to be, they can go ahead and cancel the pre-order. But I don't think that's going to be the case with Horizon Forbidden West. This one's a highly anticipated game, and the first one was good. But still, you don't want to see anything like this. You want to try to avoid spoilers.
I mean, that's another problem. It's gonna be kind of like what's that game called? The horror survivor game that they spoiled the ending. Last of Us 2, where they told you who's the antagonist and all that stuff and what happens.
Yeah. I mean, those things you want to try to avoid those things.
Yeah.
Because you want to enjoy everything right up front. But like we've said before, there's a group of people out there that would love nothing more. Like the only thing that gives them fucking hard ass wood is spoiling people.
Which I to be honest, being that we do the podcast and we have to talk about spoilers and stuff like that, I don't get no pleasure out of it. I mean, I will get satisfaction about a secret or something that, it's there and people want to know about it, but that's not considered a spoiler. But when it comes to spoilers, I don't know what people thrive of. I get it. They want to be the first ones to get the clicks. Oh, he talked about it first. Click, 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 click. I don't get it,
not just that. Not just that. Some people just want to see the world burn. I've said this.
Yeah.
Some people just want to fuck up shit for other people. Because, you're getting so stupid. It's not that big of a deal. I'll spoil it. I don't care.
But man, people like that, they're just pure assholes, dude. And I've dealt with them, and it's not even worth it to fight about or even talk about them right now either way. But it's just plain old stupid. Let's be honest.
Of course it's stupid. But, I mean, these are stupid people. What do you expect?
And not too much. Let's be honest. Yeah. But yeah, so this whole spoiler thing with Horizon Forbidden West, I mean, for those who pre-ordered and love this game, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to get fed up about it, but I will just say hold the fort until February, until it comes out, and enjoy your game. That's all as much. And avoid YouTube. Avoid YouTube as much as you can.
Like Hillary Blues. Just be careful out there.
No, definitely. Willie, now we have to get down to this. Pretty much, we're going to have a big old segment right now that's dedicated to Xbox. And let's mow it down right now with this first thing that we're going to be talking about, which is Xbox One consoles production are being discontinued by Microsoft, which is funny because I thought that happened already in 2020.
Well, what they mentioned it today, at least I saw it today, that they had actually stopped production of the Xbox One S in 2000. Sorry, 2020. Not 2000.
2020,
yeah.
We get you. We had those days. We get it.
I've been having that month. But anyway, yeah, they stopped producing the Xbox One in late 2020. Truthfully, this is shocking for only one reason.
Why?
And that's that if you think back, think about how long the Xbox 360 lasted.
Yeah, it lasted pretty long.
I mean, the seventh generation of consoles was abnormal because it lasted a long time. And Xbox 360, yeah, it's not being made anymore, but it's still getting love from a lot of people. I still have mine hooked up.
I still have mine there just on the shelf right now because since I don't have Game Pass or nothing, but I still like my system, so I keep it there just in case. So once I
No,
buy
I
the
still have
Game
it hooked
Pass,
up.
I can have it.
I can't play discs on it. I need to get that fixed. I can't
We'll
play
get that.
discs on it because one day it decided to eat my copy of Left 4 Dead 2 because I was hungry.
Of course.
But okay, yeah, the Xbox is discontinued. For after the seventh, like I said, after the seventh generation, having a console last for so long and people still
Mm-hmm.
think fondly of it, it speaks a lot to the fact that this was halted a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
and nobody cares.
Nobody says shit about it. It's true.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Not a bad console. It's just the PS4 was a lot better.
All right. Now, being that you're saying that, Willie, nobody really cared about that version of the Xbox when it was halted, then canceled now. Now, what seems to be the big deal with the Xbox heads talking about the Game Pass isn't about replacing game sales? Because I feel like if we're going to get the Game Pass, that's technically you're just playing a free game because you have a pass for it, but the sales for that game is not going to go through. Like, what's the big hubbub about this? That's the real thing. Like, what's going on here?
Okay, on Monday we had talked about an interview that Xbox boss Phil Spencer gave to the New York Times,
Yeah.
where he talked about a lot of different topics.
Yeah.
This was one of them. What he's trying to say is that although Game Pass is a great value, and a lot of people can play first-party titles day and date without having to buy the game, Game Pass is not meant to be a replacement for physical game sales.
Yeah.
And here's a direct quote, because he was asked if he saw Game Pass as the Netflix of video games. And this is him, quote, "I'd say the difference for us is in the business model of you can buy every game that's available on a subscription, which is a little different than a music subscription or a movie subscription. I think the option of allowing people to buy, it's just been a traditional part of gaming. The retail market continues to be very strong and grow. So let's make sure we offer our customers choice between subscriptions and transactions. That's probably the only difference between us and some of the video subscriptions." And he has a point. Because I had wanted to play Outer Worlds when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't play it until I played it on Game Pass. And playing it on Game, because I love physical media, playing it on Game Pass is what convinced me to buy a physical copy. So I'm like, yeah, I got to play this game again. Same thing with Super Hot, but the Super Hot doesn't have a physical release that I know of, so I had to buy it digitally. But there is an argument that you can have for services like Game Pass encouraging people to end up buying games.
Yeah.
You don't have Game Pass.
No, that's why. I mean, I had it when it was $1 for that one entire year after E3, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was really good. But after that, I was like, you know what? Let me wait out because I had Games with Gold. And then once Games with Gold stopped, I was like, you know what? Let me just hold until I can get money to buy myself a year subscription of the Game Pass. And I get the Ultimate one so I can play on the PC and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're not doing yearly.
No, yeah, they are. It's just you just gotta find it because it's
regular Game Pass, not Game Pass Ultimate.
Oh wait, what?
Game Pass Ultimate is the most you can do is get 3 months.
Oh, because I saw, I think it was in CD. I forgot.
Yeah, it was 3 months. I remember. I showed it to you.
No, I know, but there was one that they had for a full year, and it's still there.
Regular Game Pass.
No, Ultimate.
Are you sure?
I think so. But either way, I'm just waiting for that to come through, so I can buy it and just have it there if I can play all the certain games and stuff like that for Xbox, and who knows, even do reviews and do some gameplays and stuff like that off of it. But that's just my thing.
I will say, I'm not a shill. I don't shill for anybody.
Yeah.
I just I go with what I think is good. I think you should give Game Pass a serious look. Look, just now, just today, I saw that all 3 of the Hitman games are going to be on Game Pass.
It's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
And they already said that Rainbow Six Siege is going to be on there. Extraction is going to be on there. So it's like, okay, yeah, you can get away with playing a lot of games on Game Pass, but I guarantee you that you're going to end up buying 1 or 2 games because you played them on Game Pass and you're like, yeah, this shit's good.
Yeah, no, and that's definite, to be honest, because with Game Pass, at least you get to try it out and be like, okay, I could dig this game, and then keep in your head, I'm paying for a pass to play a certain game, but I really want it. So then you go off and buy either digitally or physically, no matter how, how you want it.
Eventually, they might take the game off, and you're going to want to play it again. Absolutely. That's what happened to me with Superhot.
Yeah. Now, Willie, you did mention one thing, and you said that there was a couple things that Phil talked about. One of them was about the whole Game Pass isn't replacing the game sales. And the other one was pretty much that I just noticed here, which is Phil Spencer. What did Phil Spencer mean by Xbox is not a free speech platform? When I hear that, I'm guessing, and this is just me guessing, I don't like to get political or anything, that they don't want you to talk about anything political on there, but just keep it gaming related.
Well, what he's trying to do is basically draw a distinction between their service and other people's ideas of what the service is.
Okay.
Because you know what happens in any social platform. Mm-hmm. Sooner or later, shit gets political, and people start getting stupid about it, and it goes down like really, really crazy paths. Like, I won't get into details because that's not what we do here. But he's just making sure that people understand that Xbox, just because they give you a service where you can talk to other people, you don't have the right to say whatever the hell you want to say. And I want to quote him again.
Go.
This is a hard one. Oh no, that's a. Yeah, he was actually expanding on what we talked about last podcast. Mm-hmm. Talking about a global ban list.
Got it.
For all networks. This is a hard one as an industry. But when somebody gets banned in one of our networks, is there a way for us to ban them across other networks? Or at least as a player, for me to be able to bring my banned user list, because I can always block people from my play. And then he went and made the comment, we're not there to allow any conversation to happen on our platform. It's very difficult to come to Xbox Live and say, okay, I want to go create a political party on the platform. It's really set up for community around interactive entertainment and the games that run on our platform.
I'm fine with that.
And he basically went on to say that, with allowing controversial topics and confrontations between people would be, quote, a death strategy for the business.
Makes sense.
Think about all the crazies that get on hugely multiplayer games. And World of Warcraft, when I would play, I turned off trade chat in major cities because all it was talk about, oh no, because Republicans and Democrats and abortion and guns. I don't need to hear all that shit playing a game.
Yeah, I know.
I'm in motherfucking Azeroth. We don't need that shit here.
No, absolutely not.
I'm about to go cleave a fucking dragon in half. I don't want to be sitting here hearing you bitches talk about political shit. No, thank
nobody
you.
does, dude. And to be honest, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm fine with the fact that if you're gonna be playing video games or even be on social network, period, dude, we don't need to talk about politics, man. Like there should be none. And this whole left or right, I mean, screw all that. There should be a middle, and that's where everybody should be getting along, no matter what your thoughts are at all.
No, it's not just that. It's not just that. The one thing that people will throw around when these conversations start is, oh well, it's a free country, freedom of speech. Yeah, freedom of speech from the government, not from Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox is a private company, and if they say you can't say this, you can't say it.
Yeah. And I leave it as is. I'll say, fuck it. All right. Well, let's talk about Halo. Let's get past it.
Yeah, let's talk about Halo. Listen, everybody talking about no because the left and the right. You want to know my opinion? I hate the left turns when I'm driving. I hate left turns.
Yeah.
If I have to make a left turn and there's no stop sign, I'm making 3 rights.
All right. Well, being that we're going to be on this topic of hate, let's talk about something, Willie, and it's something that we need to bring up, and it's just, I need to say something about it. And it's Franklin and Lamar headline GTA Online update. Red Dead Online update does not exist.
Oh yeah.
Please go.
Listen.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
Last podcast, we made mention of the fact that Red Dead Online players are extremely upset because while GTA Online is getting all the updates, Red Dead Online hasn't had any kind of meaningful update since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And my response to that was basically, GTA Online is making them all the money. They're going to pay attention to GTA Online. And unfortunately, Red Dead Online was getting kicked by the wayside. GTA Online is the reason why we're not going to see Red Dead Online content, and it's the reason why we're not going to see GTA 6.
Yep.
And the sooner we come to grips with that, the better our lives will be. Well, they just announced they have a new content update for GTA Online that's headlined by Franklin and Lamar from the single player game.
Yes.
Franklin was already part of a content update that included Dr. Dre. See, that's the problem right there. Well, they can't get no celebrities to be in Red Dead Online. Clint Eastwood is approximately 719 years old. John Wayne is dead.
Yes.
And Alec Baldwin's killing people. So they can't get those people to be in Red Dead Online.
No.
Literally, all you have left is Adele and Kevin Hart, and you can't put them in a Western. And I love Adele, but she can't be in no Western.
So
I'm gonna kill this man. Accidentally.
So all right. So let's put this down kind of bluntly. So what is Franklin and Lamar actually saying to everybody then?
Well, if you want to put it that way, well, basically what Rockstar and Take-Two are saying is, fuck you and your Red Dead Online. Why don't you fucking cry about it?
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby, cry for me. Come on, cry.
And yes. Yeah, that just happened, ladies and gentlemen. That just happened. And
you've been dying to do that.
Oh my God, you have no idea.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
What? Lie?
You have been
me?
dying to do that.
I've been salivating since today when I saw that already. And I'm like, I needed to do it. And my question is for everybody out there, what are you guys thinking about this? I mean, what do you guys think about this whole big fuck you from Franklin Lamar about Red Dead Online? Please,
no, don't blame this on Franklin and Lamar. It's not their fault.
Oh no, but I'm just still saying it is still the biggest fuck you to everybody. So
it's the biggest fuck you from their daddy.
Of course, but I'm just still want to say, what do you guys think about this? Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. I am dying to hear this. So let's continue on since we got past the greatest part of the story.
Yeah, that was yeah. You blew your load.
All right. So Activision promises to fix Call of Duty's amid negative feedback for Warzone and Vanguard. So Activision has released a statement which acknowledges the frustration of some of the players that are reporting across the suite of Call of Duty games, promising the fix and improvements are coming. I have not been on any of those games in such a long time that I have no idea what's broken and what's not. But apparently it looks like something big is happening and it's going to get fixed hopefully soon. So there's that. And if, in case you guys are wondering what the hell is going on, we're going to have this in the description down below. So please check it out. It's going to be fantastic. In other news also, let's talk about the PS5 because it looks like all news is breaking about the PS5 patent, a new PS5 patent, suggests a backwards compatibility fix is on its way. Willie, did you get to see this patent by any chance?
I got to see it because you showed it to me.
Ah, good, because I just want to make sure you're paying attention. So it looks like what Mark Cerny finally put out he put out a new patent for the PS5 backwards compatibility, which from what it looks like is going to be backwards compatibility through use of spoof clock and fine grain frequently control. I have no idea what does that mean. Speak to me like if I was 2 years old, please.
All right. First of all, gaga goo 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 gaga goo. You got that?
Yes. Gaga.
Simple.
You said 2 gagas, right?
Yes, two gagas.
Okay, good.
But no.
Make sure. Go ahead, please.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
All right. So this patent is supposed to help approximate the hardware of a PS4, I'm guessing PS3,
And
by
PS2,
messing.
PS1.
More on that in a second.
Okay.
By lowering the clock of the clock speed of the APU that's in the PS5 to more approximate its lesser powered cousins. I say PS4 and PS3 because as we've discussed before, PS2 and PS1 present a unique challenge in that the console, the PS5, does not have a physical laser to read CDs.
Got it.
All of the PS1 games and some PS2 games are CD based, meaning that how is it going to read them? I'm leaning towards PS3 backwards compatibility because PS4 is already there.
Yeah. I think we're going to go to that the whole PS Now. I think they're going to do something with PS Now that we're going to be able to play PS1, PS2, and maybe even download them to our system so we can play them there via PS Now.
That's a cop out.
But it's still compatibility.
But okay, Xbox did something along those lines where if you had the physical disc of a game that they support via backwards compatibility on their console, you could put the disc in, the system will read it and download the appropriate files to allow you to play it.
Okay.
It's all fine and dandy, but the idea is to be able to read the discs and actually play the games off the disc. If not, we're going to have an Xbox situation where, yeah, you can play physical games, but only the ones that we let you.
Or is it possible, Willie, that they might use, let's say, we talked about this a long time ago, that there's a possibility that they might get the disc to emulate the game itself off the disc.
That's the Xbox thing.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm trying
Xbox
to say,
is doing.
though. That you think
But
there's a possibility they may do that, though.
I mean, it's possible. But, I mean, of course, I'm talking about from my wish list. They don't give a fuck about what I have to say. But my wish list is they find a way to actually hardware emulate the console. Obviously not using the same hardware, but by downclocking and changing frequency and all this bunch of stuff, they can more approximate the hardware conditions that are used to play, for example, PS3 games. And then allowing you to play physical discs, not through software emulation that you download online, by actually reading the disc. Yes, it's more difficult, and yes, it's not something that you can just snap your fingers and it's done. But that's why it would be something for me to be really hyped about.
Got it.
They tell me I can play all my PS3 games and throw in PS2 DVD games. I'm buying a PS5.
I'll help you. I'll help you find one.
I would be removing 3 consoles from my setup and replacing it with 1.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be great. But then again, no, because I know you want to keep the originals out. I know.
No, because I'm not going to be able to play all PS2 games, so I'll need to keep my PS2 there, and I want to play PS1 games too.
Got it. But
because I'm extra like that.
But the only thing I could say, just to kind of like I hope everybody understands to take this with a grain of salt. What I'm going to say, even you, Willie. Being that they're capable of doing anything to the PS5, I mean, for God's sakes, last year, not so long ago, they were able to do an update just to make the M.2 work on your system. And God knows what else capabilities this system has that we don't even know about, but they do. And they're keeping it all kind of like All right, let's do this little by little, because right now it seems like they're pushing things little by little just to see what happens, to see what sticks. And right now the compatibility thing is what's really driving everybody bonkers to see if it happens, you know? So
well, I will say this. The PS3 emulation is possible because PC is doing it.
Yeah.
And they recently announced that pretty much every PS3 game can at least be booted up on PC.
Yeah.
The PS5 is not a PC, but it has PC hardware, and it roughly approximates what a pretty decent mid-range to high-end PC can do.
Yeah.
If they have the hardware, if they have the hardware power, yeah. But since you mentioned the ability, they added the ability to use M.2s. Remember that was a hardware feature that was built in, and they just enabled it through software.
Yeah, which again, and we have. Well, I have the PS5 with the disc. Who knows what update they could push on that disc drive that we don't know about? I mean, yeah, it still say that it's a Blu-ray disc for PS5 and PS4 games and whatever. That's fine and dandy. But who knows what they could push in there that could probably read off 3 and 2, and that's if. I'm not even saying it's possible, but it's a possibility that it can maybe. But again, that's just me wishfully thinking. You know it, Optimus Prime over right here.
I want you to put that picture up. I want you to put that picture up. Optimus Prime. That right shit, that really gave me a bellyache from the laughter when you showed it to me.
Oh man, but yeah, so that's that, ladies and gentlemen. But in other news, which I thought this was fantastic and pretty weird at the same time, Sony's first-party studio, Firesprite, is now reportedly working on the new title of Twisted Metal Reboot. And I'm excited, but then at the same time, I'm kind of scared because being that this is a game from Jaffe himself,
David Scott Jaffe.
David Scott Jaffe, there we go. And this is his baby, but now they're doing a reboot, so he has nothing to do with this. Well, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen, though.
Remember that David Scott Jaffe's baby was also God of War.
That's true.
And I don't know about you, but he didn't work on that of Boy, and I think you were very pleased with it.
Very, actually. But yeah, it's still a game that they haven't used in years, since what, PS2? Because I haven't seen.
There was a PS3 Twisted Metal.
What, Twisted Metal Black?
No, that was PS2. PS3 has one just called Twisted Metal, which is sort of kind of a reboot in itself. The age of reboots is hard upon us. I told you about one reboot that I saw that I'm actually intrigued about, and that's Pocky and Rocky. Well, that's actually that's not a reboot. That's a remaster.
I've heard.
That's a remaster. But the remasters and reboots are along the same lines. You know what else is being rebooted? Remastered. And I'm sure you hadn't thought about this game in a long ass time.
What?
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man? Oh my god! I still remember the commercials. Shadow Man.
Yes, Shadow Man. I played it on the Dreamcast. Decent enough game. That's being remastered. Wow. And if they do the same quality that they did on Blood Rain, they can go fuck themselves. Let's see. Let's talk about more explosive things.
No, let's talk about it.
Literally.
And it's all with Michael Bay, because who's the king of explosive? That man right there.
Michael Boom himself.
Oh, yeah. So Michael Bay is producing an American remake of The Raid for Netflix. Look, he's done well. Michael Bay has done well with some of the Netflix movies that they put on there. I give him credit for that. I'm not gonna even mention, the Ninja Turtles or any other of the flicks like Transformers, but the whole Netflix things that he's doing pretty well. So now they're gonna do an American take of The Raid, which I thought The Raid to me was just amazing. That movie is
awesome movie.
Is everything to me. That's the biggest rush.
The only movie that I like more than The Raid, as far as cult action movies, is The Raid 2.
Oh, The Raid 2 is great, man. It's so bloody and crazy.
If you haven't seen these, go watch these movies.
Yeah,
I think they're Thai. They're Thai movies, right? They're from Thailand.
Yeah,
I'm not sure because I think so because. But But listen, y'all out there who haven't seen the raid, do yourself a favor, watch the movie, watch the sequel, and then cry when you find out that when you realize that Michael Boom is going to remake that.
Yeah. And again, take that also with a grain of salt, because he's done pretty good so far with certain things he's done for Netflix. But this one's kind of like, damn, you're touching this one now? I'm a little worried.
Listen,
but let's see.
I will forever hold him accountable for the shitstorm that is the Transformers movies.
Yeah, I agree. But
let's talk about nicer stuff now.
Let's talk about some nicer stuff, Willie. Which, in good news, Aquaman 2 is officially wrapped, as James Wan shares his final pictures of the wrap. And dude, sometimes I want to be Jason Momoa's friend, because he looks like the type of guy, like in this picture, that you're just gonna have an all-around fun with and just eat shit with. Like, that's how I feel.
He looks like the kind of guy that will take you out on a drinking bender, get you in trouble, get you arrested, then bail you out and say, that was fucking fun, wasn't it?
Can't wait for next week. Yeah.
And then you'll say, can we do it again tomorrow?
Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
And I'm okay with this. Also in news, Shazam! Fury of the Gods will feature more adult humor than the first movie. And I never had a problem with the first movie. But the fact that they're saying they're going to introduce more adult humor, bring it on. So what? It's going to be like a rated R flick? Okay.
No, it's still going to be PG-13.
Oh,
it's going to have more adult humor because, let's face it, Shazam, as good as it was, the dark parts were the only adult things that were there.
Dude.
The only adult gag that they had there was when they accidentally bamfed into a strip club.
Okay. I would still say that movie should have had a little bit of R in it, because the death scenes with those freaking 7 deadly sins.
No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Dr. Savannah was dark as fuck.
Dude.
Just when he threw the guy out the fucking window of a skyscraper.
Yes. And I was just like, oh shit. Like, I was like, DC went dark. Too dark. So dark. I can't even see no more. Turn on the lights.
Dark. When the movie came on, the lights went out. Like I thought that it was like a power outage.
You're like, what? Clap on. Nothing? No, okay.
Yeah, right?
Now, that's like, that right there was crazy. But now, this right here is fucking crazy. Disney reportedly lost over $600 million on Black Widow to piracy. Piracy. Sorry, yes. I said privacy. Excuse me. Piracy. Willie, I'm not even shocked, because I remember when Black Widow came out and they said they're going to go to Disney Plus first. I remember a lot of the sources that I've seen online, they already had this movie like ready. Like, hey, the movie's here. Watch it. I'm like, what? Like, even I was shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it on Disney Plus, or did I miss the memo technically? But immediately they had it piracy. Now, and they lost $600 million in profit because of it. That's a lot. At least to me. I'm not sure how that calculates into Disney money, but to Punisher money, that's a lot.
Listen, I am dubious. I'm dubious of the amount, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before. If people want to pirate your shit,
yeah,
they're gonna pirate your shit no matter what.
Yeah, nothing stopping.
And a lot of people, and there's people out there that no matter how good a movie is, how anticipated it is, they're gonna want to go and pirate it because that's just the way they are. But one thing I will say, I give it a little bit of credence because Black Widow was in an unusual situation.
Yeah.
It had been delayed for quite a while because of the human malware.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that wanted to see it were maybe reluctant to go to movie theaters, so they wouldn't go as often. Because you know that Marvel movies, there's a cadre of people out there that will go watch the movie 4 or 5 times in theaters.
Like you.
No. I did that with No Way Home because I went with friends that hadn't seen it and I wanted to be there when they saw it.
I understand.
But I didn't have a hankering to go and see it multiple times because I missed this one little critical detail.
I know I did. Shoot,
I don't have that much.
See it six times at least.
I don't have enough money to be able to live that vicariously. Okay, I went because I wanted to go with female friends of mine who wanted to see the movie and who hadn't seen it. So I've gone to the theaters a total of 3 times.
Got it.
Black Widow, despite the fact that we were in the middle of we were beginning to think that we were getting out of the human malware, and then we got hit with human malware 2.0. But despite that, they made $80 million at the box office its first week. Now, if they're bitching now about how bad piracy hurt them, why'd they release it on Disney Plus day and date?
It's true.
I'm willing to think that I'm willing to say that a combination of hesitancy of going back to theaters because of the human malware, combined with them wanting to charge an extra $30 for Disney Plus subscribers to be able to watch this movie day and date, is what led to all the piracy. I've said it before, and many people smarter than I have said it.
Yeah.
If you give people something that makes sense, they will pay for it. If you give people something that's convenient to them and it gives them value, they will pay for it.
True. It's very true, actually.
It is. There's going to be a group of people that you will never be able to get money from because they're just like hardcore pirates. Whether it's a political statement for them, or it's an addiction, or it's just a thrill, or whatever. There are some people that refuse to give you money and you just have to live with it.
Yeah.
That's not enough people to justify $600 million in losses. And how do you
not,
calculate that anyway?
It's a lot. I don't even know how.
How do you calculate that? How do you calculate that anyway?
I don't know. Like,
how do you know you missed out on $600 million?
Right? Like there's, it doesn't like. I don't even know how they got that math, but they got it. So
now you know. Next time, don't put your shit on Disney Premier Access. Just release it in theaters. Take the L if you don't get the money, and release it later on Disney Plus.
Indeed, very true.
That's what they did with Eternals.
And
Eternals just came out on Disney Plus.
Yeah. And I'm still have to see it, which I'm going to see it tonight, hopefully.
I already saw it. I'm willing to see it again, especially because I heard some news that's spoilery, so I don't want to talk about it here.
Oh no, that's fine. Don't tell. But let's go to our last subject, ladies and gentlemen, which is a doozy, actually. Spider-Man director Jon Watts, to produce Final Destination Relaunch for new line HBO Max. To be honest, I stopped with the whole Final Destination sagas and stuff like that. Even after the second one I saw it, I was like, that's it. I don't want to see no more because it was freaking me out to the point where I was kind of like looking at the floor going, if I stepped on this crack, will they trigger something where a big tree hits me in the head? I don't know. But it looks like the director is behind the whole Spider-Man No Way Home has joined with a creative team of New Line to relaunch a grand horror franchise of Final Destination. And I will say, being that it's Jon Watts doing that, he's done all 3 of the Spider-Man flicks right now. I guess they're in good hands. What do you think? I mean,
Willie? Decent enough. Back to what we were talking about how everything is a fucking reboot or a remake.
Yeah.
You knew that they had to do something with Final Destination.
Oh, apparently, yeah.
Listen, nothing is sacred.
Yeah,
nothing
dude.
is sacred. As a matter of fact, let me hurt you real quick.
Go.
How into Cobra Kai are you?
Very, actually.
Okay, what if Julie Pierce came back?
Julie Pierce, the first
next
girlfriend?
Karate Kid.
Oh, why?
Hilary Swank might show up.
Oh.
Cobra Kai creators are teasing it.
I mean, well, I get it because Miyagi taught her as well.
Yes, he did.
I get it. Now, I will question if they will brought Will Smith's son into this potaje too. That's when I will.
No, only if Jackie Chan is with him.
Okay, but then imagine if that would have to happen. Let's say they say no Jackie Chan, but let's bring Will Smith's son into this. I get the Hilary Swank now because I'm like, wait a minute, Miyagi did
She's in
teach
universe.
Yeah,
she's in universe.
She's in that realm, so I get it. But I was like, why bring her? But then I was like, now that you mentioned, I was like, okay, fine, I guess. But let's see what they're gonna do. Now, but if they were to say, hey, guess what? We're gonna bring Will Smith's son into the next episode of the Karate Kid, I'm gonna stop all production there. I'm like, no, caca nene, you don't do that.
Listen,
because I got reasons.
Do not put it past them. As a matter of fact, do not be surprised if you find out that some streaming service is going to make a Karate Kid TV series starring Jaden Smith.
No, it's all right. Fine.
If it happens, I apologize. I apologize because then you don't deserve that.
No, I know.
Although seeing Taraji P. Henson again might make me happy.
Fine, I guess. But no,
I mean,
no.
but that's a me thing. That's a me thing.
Yeah, it's all you thing. But I have to say is we're done, Willie. And I gotta say thank you to everybody for joining us today on this amazing show, which would have been yesterday, but yesterday Willie and I got caught up with a lot of things, and we decided to give you guys something extra, so we made it happen today on a Thursday. And tomorrow we're still gonna do our show like regular anyways. But thank you so much for joining us today, guys. And like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just so when we come with amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something between. And please make sure to share this with everybody. Share the goods. Let everybody know who we are. And any last words, Willie?
Well, just one little note. Wanted to put this at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, wish I have a very happy anniversary to Miss Pac-Man. She is 40 years old today.
Well, hey.
So if I didn't make you feel old enough, now I did.
You think she'll, say what's up to us? You know what I'm saying? She's 40.
If she does, I'd be surprised, seeing as she's a video game character. What you're holding out for hope? You're holding out hope that Lara Croft's gonna call you? I got the answer for that one.
Well, if that's Lara Croft being this chick, I'll be fine.
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Nah, she's off making Benetton ads with her kids.
Damn it. Oh well, wishful thinking. All right, guys.
But yeah.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Peace.
Bye.